Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets, with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.
Hashtag no music, no intro. Saints Block Party Podcast. Adam here with, of course, my guy Wolf, and we are back on a Monday evening as our dude Bajan, the creator, him and Mike are the creator of our website, saintsblockpartypodcast.com, would say we're just doing a temperature check. So we're not doing a poll. We're just doing an audio and video podcast version of a temperature check with Who Dat Nation, seeing of how y'all are feeling. There's been so now we're a couple of days removed from the NFL draft. From Thursday, from Friday, from Saturday, so the initial shock is worn off, and we just want to check in, see how people are feeling, and also just give our thoughts, as the days have passed, of how we're feeling, and we also have to talk about fucking. I'd be so glad when I don't have to talk about Derek Carr anymore, bro. I'd be so glad.
Please.
So glad.
Pray for that at church.
Jesus Christ. Oh, goodness.
Oh, Lord. That shit pissed me off this morning, bro. Threw my little thing down. God damn it. I don't want to hear about you no more.
Don't, bro. Don't. Did you ever watch that episode of Black Mirror with John Hamm in it? Like the Christmas special episode where he got I don't know if you remember, but he got blocked, but out of life or something like that.
That's one of my favorites, bro.
Wish I could Derek Carr.
That is
just block him out of life, bro.
Boy, if you had that power, boy, you just block out of my life. Out of my life,
bro. Out of my life. But before we get to that, just a temperature check of how we're feeling. My uncle called me. I'm just texting real quick. If you're part of the community, you have at some point, if you come to a meetup, you have for sure have met my uncle. Uncle. We'll just keep it at that.
If you know, you know.
But you've had time to marinate on the draft class.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Man, you know what? I finally got home today. Me and my wife had our little anniversary after the draft.
Congratulations.
Thank you. 20 years. Man.
Oh, good.
6 years married. 6 years married, but 20 years together. Non-stop. No off and on. 20 years living together.
Woo.
In the mud.
Woo.
Woo.
Nigga.
Woo. Anyway, but that's my baby. I love her. So we had a nice little time chilling on the beach, stuff like that. Anyway, got back home. Say, okay, time to dig into these prospects. Look at some of this tape. Because obviously the Saints didn't draft any player that I watched.
None, bro.
None, bro. All the prospects of the week. That shit out. All my late round draft days and all this and that. Nope. None of them. So I finally got a chance to sit back and look at some of these guys, especially the day 3 guys and stuff like that. And man, you just come away feeling like you still question the process, how they got to it, all the little division stuff that's going on in the background in the front office, and how they got to their decisions. But I think ultimately they got a lot of solid picks. They drafted some solid guys. You know what I'm saying? Going through each of them, I don't see any of them where I'm like, how does this guy fit? What does he do?
Right.
I say all of them, and it's like, okay, they make sense. You know, all of them have, just about all of them have production, a lot of college production, and obviously the quarterback. Well, funny thing about Shuck, we'll get into him is he's been in college for a long, but then like only got like 25 starts.
Right.
So it's like, oh, he's so experienced. I'm like, well, is he? You know, it's like, been around a while, but
Loki said, "I call experience. That's what Chuck said, bro."
yeah. But you know, it's an interesting class, man. That's all I can say. It's an interesting class. I think you texted me or you said like, man, if you squint real hard, you can kind of see the vision, maybe. And it's something like, you know, I guess I can see the vision, but I will say, after watching all of them, I feel a little better about who they picked. I'm still pissed that we didn't get enough juice.
Right.
I still feel like they'll be fielding a pretty boring team.
Oh, so boring, bro.
Even if it works out, even if like the picks hit and everything, like, you know what I'm saying? Still a pretty boring team, especially offensively. But you still have a chance to get some good players, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think ultimately that's all that matters. If you get good players that wind up playing for your team for a while, and we'll see. You know what I'm saying? This is purely theoretical season right now. This is all us speculating,
theory,
you know, going off our own opinions on football things. And at the end of the day, we really don't know how it's going to turn out.
So I uploaded in our little on YouTube playlist of SBP Reloaded. The second episode I uploaded after this draft took place was our full recap of the 2023 draft class. Ooh. I didn't listen to it, but a couple of people did. And someone like commented on it of like they were confused because they were like, wait, I was confused listening to this episode a little bit because you guys were so positive talking about Isaiah Foskey. just to give you an idea, right? And I feel like almost maybe besides, I mean, there are some picks that just we just didn't love as we've done this podcast. We didn't love the Pete Warner pick. The Alante Taylor pick was kind of like to us. Yeah. But I would say like all in all, even with the O-line picks, we have been pretty okay with their draft class, at least when we talk about them post-draft, right?
Glass half full. I'll put it like that. Just like glass half full, you know. Like if they work out, here's what you get.
Which is hilarious when you think about how people talk about us. But that's a different story for a different day.
Whole different story.
For whatever, and so with this class, there's a part of me that wants to be like the glass half full, like we usually are, bruh.
Can't do it.
I can't get to it, bruh. Which is, and it's funny. The funny part is the Banks pick. The player don't mind, hate the process. Devin Neal, think Devin Neal's going to contribute. I think he's going to get Kendre off the roster, honestly. Shuck, listen, I'll say this about Shuck. Not even into like his actual game. The post he put on Instagram and on Twitter today, just about just him being open, saying he'll die on the field for Saints fans, like who that Nate, like what do we always say? Oh, bruh, it's a post, bruh. Like it's a post. I'll read it. He said, God's timing. If it was, and he kind of just had all his pictures from his career, from Oregon, from Texas Tech to Louisville, and then the night he got drafted. God's timing. If it was easy, everyone would do it. New Orleans, you will get everything out of me. And then and on the Instagram post, it said, I would die on the field for you. Like, whatever. Who that? Like, doing everything one should do to integrate himself to the Saints into the fan base. Mark said maybe hit that follow because of that post. It's not easy. Do you see how simple it is, bro? Just how simple it is. Like we are very easy creatures to appease, bro. Very easy creatures. I think the thing about this draft class that drives me the most insane. It's not even the players they drafted per se. Well, I guess it is because it all kind of breaks down the same. It's just the decision making. And so I'm pulling this up. I'm pulling this up because we talked about this on when we had our little day 3 Zoom chat, right? So if you can't see this is a
party going on in your house.
Oh, bro!
Outside.
So you know how you said that tweet that you had to mute about kids playing outside, bro?
Yeah.
that is our apartment complex, literally almost every day, 24/7. And it's funny because me and Jay talk about it. It's just like it gets super loud, but then we're like, it's fucking kids playing outside, brother. Like they not on tablets. They not on like fuck it, bro.
That's
like so, but yes, that's what you probably hear. But this is our lads, bro. Right here. This is the thing. This is the logic. It just kind of short circuits my brain a little bit. You drafted a quarterback at 40. I'm putting my opinion of Shuck to the side because he might work out, bro. He might be good. What if he balls out? Shout out to the number one Shuck fan in our Discord. I'm blanking on his name right now, but he made a good comp last night. I think you missed it. He made a comp to Shuck that I hadn't even thought about. He said, what if he was Nick Foles? And I said,
Yeah.
Now it would have to be like the Nick Foles that kind of went on like on a heater.
Yeah. Like a heater Nick Foles. Like
not Jacksonville Jaguars Nick Foles, because that's a disaster. But I said, that's good. And you could stylistically see it where it's like, right? But even that Nick Foles in Philly had a shit ton of weapons. But
yeah,
this is whoever the starter is going to be, whether it's Shuck, whether it's Rattler. You got Olave, you have Shaheed, and you have Brandon Cooks. All three have missed games. You might be able to say it. All three have missed a lot of games.
I see it.
Okay. Oh, you're just making a face because it's gross.
Yeah,
and then
brother, ew, brother.
And then Bud Memes, Kevin Austin Jr., Cedric Wilson, who took a pay cut or else he was going to get cut. Mason Tipton, Dante Pettis, and these are all undrafted free agents. Then your tight ends, Foster Moreau, who probably going to be on PUP because of the injury he got the last game of the season. Jawan Johnson, who was Tyler Shuck's teammate in Oregon. Taysom Hill, who don't even know what his status is because of his injury. No idea what his status is. Oh, sorry, let me close the ad right there. The Jake Stoll, who they signed, who's more like a blocking tight end. And then your running backs are AK, Kendre Miller, who has shown that he literally cannot stay healthy. Devin Neal, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The thing that bothers me so much about the draft class is it's the juxtaposition of every other team, like the Saints zigged while every other team in the NFL zagged, bro.
Yeah. And sometimes that's a good thing, but in this sense, it's like, what are you doing?
No.
Like, what are you doing?
Like, give Shuck, give Rattler, whoever's taking the snap behind center. Give them every foreseeable weapon, because in their mind, the weapon is like the O-line's the weapon, right? Like that's the weapon. The O-line's the weapon. What we like, because here's what I don't want is Mickey Loomis gonna have that same fucking presser at the end of the fucking year. Oh, you know what he said about injuries. You know what he said about injuries, and you said it all the time. Well, it's the GM's job about the depth, right?
Hello, like, hello. No, man, you're spot on, bro. And it was such, like we said on the last podcast, it was such a missed opportunity. You had the deepest class of running backs and tight ends I can remember, bro. Like, it's been a long time. It's just this deep with tight ends. Insane. And they just punted on all of it. I mean, to their credit, They did draft 9 players. Like they stayed
They did.
put
They
at
did.
9, which I just blew me away. Like
Blew me away, bro.
I would have never bet that on the market. But at the same time, it's like, God damn, man! Like this team desperately needs some juice. You going into a year where you're most likely going to either be starting a rookie quarterback or a second year quarterback. And even, God forbid, if Carr came back, he's somebody that needs all the way. So you're going to run the same offense back and think just with a little bit of O-line luck.
And Brandon Cooks, bro. Like that's it.
And Brandon Cooks.
O-line luck and Brandon Cooks is
And a little better luck with injuries, as far as like Chris Olave and Shaheed and all that, that's going to be enough,
because even so, like they invested a lot of picks on defense, right? So then my counter to that is like, okay, y'all invested picks on defense to get your defense that was to regress greatly to maybe be an average again, but every other offense in the NFL and every other team in the NFL are going like Super Saiyan or whatever you want, whatever the analogy is that would be appropriate to understand. Like every other offense, if their offense was already good, they're already getting better. So
which is hilarious. It's really hilarious with Kellen Moore coming from the Eagles.
Bruh.
Just won a Super Bowl, and they have like top tier talent literally at every level. Wide receiver, tight end, running back, offensive line, everywhere. Quarterback, everything, everywhere. And it's like, and then we find out that Kellen has so much input in his draft, which is a good thing. Like, glad to hear that he's having input.
Yes.
And it's like, but it's like this is the route you choose to go. It's just like it throws me for a loop. You know what I'm saying? It really throws me for a loop.
I did listen to a little bit of the 2023 recap we did because I for whatever reason it was like in 3 parts, and we called it a very meat and potatoes draft in 2023, bro.
Oh, another meat and potatoes. God damn. I'm a meat and potatoes guy, but god damn. Can a brother get some Pauline stuff? Beignets or something?
The meat and potatoes in 2023 went bad. They spoiled Ryan. It wasn't good.
It was rotten. So it's pretty like when them meat and potatoes go bad, your roster fall apart.
Like we got some skirt steak with fucking Brian Bresee. Anything after that, bro, just
we got that, that ground meat when it start turning gray. We got all that.
Whatever you want. You know what the potato that Isaiah Foskey was, bro. The shit you see in The Last of Us, nigga. Just a fungus, nigga.
Got fungus growing out that motherfucker.
Just a clicker, bro. Just that's what the potato was, bro.
Oh, yeah, brother. So I don't know, man. But like you say, this was another meat and potatoes, style draft.
Jonathan Barnes said, "I hear you guys, but we are just seeing the fruits of Dennis Allen and Mickey and so many misses in the previous drafts." It's true, but I guess, and I'm not saying that this draft can't be good because it absolutely can. But another thing is like Kellen had a lot of input on this draft, but Mickey also had a lot of input on this draft too.
That's the flip side to it. It's like
if you want to hear, like, you got to listen to our Patreon only episode we did this past weekend. Patreon.com/LanksBlackParty. $1 a month. Timeout. I want to try to make this a social media clip and just get it out there. But as April closes out, truly, from the bottom of our hearts, what an insane month this has been for us as a podcast. Our most successful month since we've made the transition to being on YouTube full time last summer. I think probably at this point we have probably close in a span. Like I don't know how much it's been for the entire month, but at least in about 2 weeks, we've had close to 30 new Patreons join. I think we're one away from hitting 300 actual paid Patreons. We have 400 total, like 100 free members. So hopefully those free members actually become paid. It's insane that this is even happening with the state of the Saints.
Right.
So thank y'all. Like absolutely, absolutely. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching, subscribing, becoming Patreons, taking your hard-earned money and giving it to us. Like trust us. There is always something that comes along with us having a business that it's just like if you who live life, when things pop up in life, there's like, oh shit, of course this happens. It's the same thing having a business. So thank y'all for all the support. Shout out to Bree, shout out to Jay, for being so understanding, to giving both Wolf and I the time to continue to grow this, because it is growing exponentially.
Yeah.
Like when you talked about in the Discord, can we just imagine what it would look like if the Saints were like good, bro? It was good, bro.
Oh, can't wait, man. One day, please.
But I just wanted to just add that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you to all the new folks that's come, all the day ones that's been riding with us. You just confirm us because, we get our little naysayers here and there and our haters here and there, but, the support overwhelms the hate by far.
By far.
And, that's what keeps us going. We just had a great week. We had the draft meetup. We had a meetup at the, for day 2 at 504. We hung out, with guys that, got to know and become good friends with. Dante, Neil, shout out to Neil, come from Mississippi to hang out. Tony, Mark, Bunch. So many of those guys. I'm not gonna name everybody, but Cole Joe down from Alabama, to hang out with us. Joe, man, so many, bro, and just shout out to everybody that came through and just hung out with us and build this community, because y'all would make it worth it, man. Because the Saints, look,
Yeah, it was special, and the schedule comes out May 14th. So when the schedule comes out, we'll start planning our big meetup for the meetup in New Orleans for the game. I just told Wolf whatever it is, it can't be during Bama LSU week. Won't be. Shout out. So let me get caught up on the chat. We got a $2 super chat from Justin Cash. Appreciate you, Justin.
Thank you, Just.
Prediction on the Saints record this season. Oh boy.
Whew. Bro. Don't ask us that right now, bro. This is not a good time.
I got my 5. I got him like at 5 wins, bro.
5? That feels right.
Got me about
other day wins. I was at like 4.
Yeah.
I'm somewhere in that. But like I need more clarity.
Yeah. If you look at their schedule, like it's just hard. It's hard to see wins right now.
Very hard, man.
Our dude Brock said need to pay Keenan Allen whatever he wants for 1 year. A must. I don't know, man. Keenan wants to go back. Keenan wants to go back to the. I heard he wanted to go back to the Chargers, but the Chargers also just drafted Trey Harris, and then they drafted someone from Auburn, who are both like 50-50, go up and get it guys. So there might not be.
He's going to be, and he might be after June. When the comp picks come in and all that stuff, type of move by somebody. And man, he at that point in his career, you get to the point in your career where it's like, I got to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Right.
You want to go play for the Saints?
The Saints. And that's the thing. I don't know, man. People always assume like going out and getting a free agent. Like, okay, so I said, so I didn't have this information until after the draft. The Saints really couldn't really sign a lot of undrafted free agents this year because agents were telling undrafted free agents not to sign with the Saints. Think about that. The lifeblood that has given the Saints juice over for how long we've known. You can name the undrafted free agents: Pierre Thomas, Chris Ivory, Lance Moore, who they didn't sign, but it came like it's a long, lengthy list. Shaheed recently, Dante Hardy, whatever. But you know what I mean. And now it's to the point that agents are telling their clients, which is wild because they have a new head coach in place. It's not like Dennis Allen is still the head coach. But anyhow,
I mean, it's a team. People are looking like, what the hell is going on down there? What the hell is going on? Like, and it's gonna be up to Kelly Border, like, kind of change that narrative. But honestly, as long as the management is there, Mickey Loomis specifically, it's just it's gonna be what it is, bro. It's gonna be what it is. We got 2 franchises in New Orleans to show proof of this. Like, this is not this is not me pulling this out of nowhere. You know, the proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? Right. The product is right there.
Also heard, going along with that logic, that the ticket sales for both the Saints and the Pelicans are extremely underwhelming for both upcoming seasons. Like, extremely underwhelming. Of course the fuck it is.
Of course. Like, who is excited? But like, that's another thing about this draft. It's like, y'all had a chance to really, like, just, inject something into this team right now. And
keep going. That just reminded me of a point I kind of wanted to make.
And it's like we talked about on the last podcast, bro. Like, we the new Titans, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the Titans ain't the Titans no more. The Titans said, look, we trying to get fishy. But, like, remember the old Jeff Fisher Titans?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Just like, oh, my God.
Mike Mularkey.
Mike Mularkey Titans, like, put me to sleep right now. This shit come on TV, it's like, oh, Lord, I just play it in the background or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's literally what to say. Like, you hear other people, like, non-Saints fans, like, obviously we going to watch, but you just hear, shit, even Saints fans, honestly, I hear so many times, like, man, I just put them on this background noise now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a good. You're talking about one of the most passionate fan bases in sports, not just football. It's sports. And you got Saints fans sounding like that, man. That's just not good. So I just thought the draft was also a missed opportunity there. I know a lot of people complain about Shador. I have my thoughts on him or whatever. But just outside of that, like, just juice, bro. Like, god damn. Mason Taylor, you could have made something. Damn.
Do you know if the draft had went Jelon Walker, Mason Taylor, and Jalen Milroe with their first 3 picks?
Oh my God, bruh, lit.
I might have gotten alcohol poisoning, bro.
Look, me personally, I'd argue if he would have went Jalen, Mason Taylor, and Tyler Shuck in the 3rd round, who maybe be there, maybe not. But let's just say he was.
Right.
I'd be lit with that.
Bro. Speaking of this draft class, it's another thing I kind of wanted to tie into kind of where the Saints are right now. And I think it's more of a function of Kellen Moore, because a lot of people are saying, like, oh, like, they should go out and get, and it kind of goes with the Shador. It goes with the Shador. It doesn't kind of. It goes with the Shador thing, and also goes with this notion that the Saints should just go out and trade for George Pickens. Okay, let me just be clear in my understanding. I'm just saying this, guys. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. There is currently no infrastructure in the building to handle personalities like a Shador Sanders, like a George Pickens. It's not in the building.
Not in the building, bro.
Kellen Moore is not built that way. It's not him. I would also argue, like, that person hasn't been in the building since Sean Payton left. Dennis Allen was not built that way.
Not built that way at all.
So, and it's crazy because, and I'm not saying that George Pickens is this player, but I'm just saying it's crazy because there are players in the past that have been on the team who have strong personalities. Michael Thomas, Jeremy Shockey, that just have that fiery CD Deuce, that fiery bravado, that were great players,
Right.
but it needed to be honed in and
Right.
harnessed, right? Kellen Moore is not the type of person to do that right now. And honestly, like, this is my opinion. If you don't have that right now, I don't think that's something that develops later in law. I don't think that's something you get. If you don't have it, you don't have it.
No. Now I will say, you may figure out your way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may figure out your way that where you will figure out how to manage those types if they come on, maybe. But you got to. It's either something that you have or you don't for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like you're the type of person that doesn't automatically say, no, I can't deal with this. No, I can't work with that. You think, okay, how is it that I work with this? You know what I'm saying? I remember Sean Payton telling the story a long time ago. He talked about when Jeremy Shockey came to the Giants. And Jeremy Shockey was a lot of stuff with him. You know what I'm saying? And he told Shockey, like, look, like, took out a sheet of paper. He's like, right now I'm out here. Like, you drew a circle out here. I want to be here, like in the middle. I want to understand what's at the core. Like, basically sitting with him, like, I want to get to know you as a person, and just that person to person really understanding of a athlete. You know what I'm saying? And look, some of the greatest coaches learn how to deal with that. Dennis Rodman and what's my dude name? Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson.
Go down the list. Like, you're gonna run it, especially great athletes.
Steve Kerr and Draymond Green.
Great athletes, bro. Like, some of them are just crazy, bro. It's crazy. So you just got the great coaches know how to just kind of work with that. You know what I'm saying? Know how to work with that, hone it, and focus it in the right area. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. But the great coaches know how to do that. So it's going to be interesting to see how Kellen Moore deals with that, because there's going to be times when there's going to be some talented players that are core to the team, but have some personalities that are outside the box. You know what I'm saying?
But that's my counterpoint is I just feel like those players won't be on the team. Like, I feel like, I just feel like with that being the mindset, they may be like excluding a huge subsection of players and talent in the future because of that. Which is,
I can see it.
which is crazy. Which is crazy.
I can see it, man. I can see it.
And that, again, I'm not here to say that they should or shouldn't go after George Pickens. George Pickens has a lot of like, he has his warts. If Mike Tomlin is willing to get rid of you, like,
I'm good.
that tells me a lot. But he's not the only, like, the Strador thing. It's just interesting. It's just interesting. Anything you want to dig into with this draft class, particularly before we jump into the Derek Carr comments?
Well, I spent some time watching Shook. I tried to find as much as I can. It's hard to find. Sometimes you got to watch. Sometimes you got to watch other people's reviews of Shook, because they might have access to some All 22 that you don't see. I went back and watched some 2020 Oregon, just to see how he looked back then, when he's just, hitting the field for the first time and stuff like that, which was real interesting because, the thing we talked about is how he shies away from the rush a little bit at Louisville. You didn't see that much at Oregon. Like, he kind of played with a little more, like, ferociousness and fearlessness back then. Ran the ball a lot too. It was just interesting seeing that. So it makes you wonder, like, getting your shoulder crushed twice and breaking your, I don't know if he broke his leg or ankle or something like that. If has caused him, which I understand, to be a little, especially like imagine if you're in your 7th year in college, finally got a chance to, you switch schools 3 times, you're on your 3rd school, and you finally got a chance to start and like put your stamp and maybe go to the league.
Right.
I mean, I could understand mentally, even if like you don't even know you're doing it, where you just become just a little antsy. You know what I'm saying? Just antsy, and it's just noticeable, man. Like you can't shake it if you watch him close enough. When that rush gets close, it just gets antsy. It just gets antsy, and sometimes he does some weird, just dumb. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing, bro? But I will say, man, like arm talent, probably up there with Cam Ward and Jalen Miro in this class easily.
Yes.
Like as far as arm talent,
Yes.
The repertoire of throws that he has, it got some nice throws, bro.
He
Really
does.
nice throws. When he's one of the few quarterbacks in this class that I saw that could really, even when his mechanics aren't all together, still put the ball on the dot where he
Yes.
wants to go accurately. And that's a talent, bro. Like that is a talent. Like that's stuff we've seen, like Matthew Stafford do in the past and
Yep.
stuff like that. And when the pocket's clean and he's hitting his back foot, and it looks beautiful. And if you look at some of the Oregon stuff, man, he was getting that ball out quick. But here's the thing: in the NFL, the pocket is rarely clean. Rarely, that pocket is a mess. It gets condensed. It gets dirty. You are playing quarterback in a phone booth. And he's going to have to overcome that. He's going to have to, or he won't play long. Period.
And that's why I keep going back to, and I don't think it was done purposely per se, but if you just look, if you not ignoring the picks after round 2, but round 1 and round 2, if you just try to look at those picks in a silo, their vision in theory makes sense. It makes sense. The crazy part about round 1, the round 1 pick, Kelvin Banks, that I was told, which is so saintsy. And when my friend told me, like, I didn't want to believe it, but then I was like, yep, that makes full fucking sense. Is that they drafted him not even knowing what position he was going to play, Ryan. Like,
that's 100% the Saints. I mean, it's like they did that with Pete. Andrews Pete is like, I don't know, we're going to just put the best 5 on the field.
How, like, if he's in your cloud, and that's the thing that annoys me, bro. Like,
right.
That means, like, he's in your cloud. That means you have watched him, you have evaluated him, and you have made the decision that he is one of the few players that if he's there at whatever pick you're picking, that he may be the pick. Why haven't the conversation already been held in these draft meetings that if we draft him, he's going to be slotted at such position? Am I asking like a dumb question right now, bro?
I guess so for Saints, bro. Like I don't understand.
Know where he's going to play, Ryan? How do you not know where he's going to play yet?
That's why all the predictions are mute. Like it's like, oh, we're gonna move Fuaga to the right and then to the left. It's like they don't even know. So how you know? They don't even know. You know, it's just that's the frustrating thing. It's just the lack of vision. What's the vision? We've been asking this for a long time.
Like it's I think they have one, but it's so blurred. Like because they don't even know it's funny. We've been asking what's the vision. Here's the answer to the question. They don't even know it. There you go, bro.
They don't know.
They don't know what the vision is.
We don't know.
Don't even know what the vision is.
They just figure like, let's just throw some O-line in there. Just throw some O-line in there. Shake it up. Yeah. Shake it up in the bottom, and then it's going to work out in the end.
Let me give you, and I'm not saying this is going to work out, and I know I'm not trying to put the Bears on a pedestal. Ben Johnson came in and got together with I was gonna call him Ryan Pace, but it's not Ryan Pace. Ryan Poles. And their O-line situation was like figured out and fixed within like the first 2 weeks of free agency.
Yep. Straight like that, bro. They free agency, trades,
Trade.
everything. They said, let's go to work. We're going to fix this O-line. That is mission critical number one. Fix the O-line.
No, like lack of clarity of like where is Joe Tooney gonna play? Like that shit was fixed and clear. And who knows, bro? Might not work. Might not work. But at least there was a clear vision. And then in the draft, they went in, they got their tight end, and they got a wide receiver. And I think, and just subplot, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I don't know. This might be DJ's more last year in Chicago, if depending on how things fall out. Anyway, but going back to Shuck, you could see a way where it kind of goes back to the point that we were talking about, why people were just so anti, like not trading the picks to go up and get Cam Ward. Also, thanks for Adam Schefter for finally like confirming that the Saints tried to trade up for Cam Ward, which we fucking reported. Like,
oh, he did?
Yeah,
okay.
He confirmed it during the draft, I think. Where people, like, we kept saying, like, people kept being so anti-trading against for Cam Ward because it was just automatically assumed that the trade was never going to, like, what if he was going to be a bust. And I think the prejudice and bias that we had is for Shuck prior to the draft maybe clouded. But, like, what if he's, like you said in our Discord, like, what if he's good? What if he's good?
It's a possibility too. I mean, it's not. Here's the thing: it's not like Shuck is this like just unrated prospect out of nowhere. I mean, this dude was a four-star recruit coming out. They had him sitting behind Justin Herbert to be the heir apparent to Justin Herbert, you know, and he faced just a plethora of bad luck injuries. I wouldn't even call them injury-prone type injuries. It was just like he's running the ball and he gets crushed and his collarbone breaks, and you know, so it's like he had some terrible luck. And it's not, like I said, he's athletic, man. He's got an arm. Seems smart. Like for the most part, I think he makes real good decisions. Like if you watch him throw on a move, some of the throws he'll make, like across his body, like some nice stuff, bro. Like
there is.
So you could see like certain coaches looking at that and being like, I could work with that. Like I could work with that. But you just keep going back. Like I guess it's because one of my pet peeves, and because we watched Drew Brees for so many years manipulate the pocket and be such a dog in the pocket with just rush all around him. Whereas like I look for that when I look at QBs, and with him it's just like he's throwing the ball away. I think I saw a stat where he was like one of the least pressure to sack quarterbacks.
Throws it away.
Like, yeah, it makes sense because as soon as that thing on him, he's throwing it away or he's doing something crazy. Like just there's that clip that everybody see where he just like flipped the ball straight to the defender or whatever. It's like, but
I also think we're also super hypersensitive to it because of Breeze, but also because of the quarterback we've also watched for the last 2 years too.
Exactly. We know what it's like to have a quarterback that can't stand the pressure. But I'm just saying, all I'm saying is after watching him, I'm gonna give him grace.
Yes.
To overcome that, and because that's why I wanted to go back and look how he was prior to the injuries, to know that it's not something that's innate to his quarterback, you know, his quarterback characteristics overall, but it's something that came about due to the injuries and stuff like that. And if that's the case, maybe he could grow from that because, brother, in the NFL, you're going to have to be tough in the pocket, man. You're going to have to be, bro.
You know what would be great for him if he could do it? Him going to have a conversation with Michael Penix. Because
that was a good point. Yeah, that was a good point you brought up.
Because prior to his injuries, Michael Penix was more of a scrambling type of quarterback. He moved around a lot. And then he had those two crushing injuries in college. And he really just he just became a pocket passer. But even with him becoming a pocket passer, he didn't become skittish in the pocket.
No,
like he stands in the pocket. and he will hang in there and deliver a ball. Even with the past injuries. Now, he doesn't run as much as he used to because of the injuries, and that's more kind of built in, but he will stand in the pocket. Like, Shuck, I'm just saying, like, Shuck should go and have that conversation of, like, hey, like, because it just may be a mental block. That's all it may be. Just a simple mental block of, like, how are you able, with all the, the injuries that you had, blah, 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 you still stay in the pocket and you stare down the gun barrel and you sling that thing. I want to be able to do that. How are you able to do that?
Oh man, because I'm telling you, if he solves that, you got something there, bro. You might really have something there, man. If you solve that one,
LP said that nigga Tyler only a few years younger than me. Motherfucker gave me hope to be a starting quarterback day one day.
Oh,
here's something I will say that is exciting. We'll close out with the fucking comments. If Derek Carr doesn't come back, might be the first true quarterback competition the Saints have had since before I became a Saints fan, for sure.
What you mean? You don't remember was it Andy Dalton versus Jameis?
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.
It's a good competition there, boy. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's gonna be a good one there.
Like, Shuck and Spence, like, I want the practices to be open, bro. I want the practices to be open. Open them up. Open them up.
You want the preseason games? Let them get, I need to see it. Oh, but they throw,
Louisiana.
But look who you think, like, who they throwing to?
Louisiana said, Adam and Ryan, do you think the Saints are actually going to let there be a QB battle? Yes, I do. I was told as much. I know there's this notion that, like, Shuck is kind of like slated to kind of be penciled in. Like, I was told that if it's I was told it is going to be an open quarterback competition, and as of right now, the team is very open to Rattler or even Jake Haener, which I laughed at the notion of being the starter. But, like, if they were to, like, win the competition, if they were the starter, they would potentially have, like, a pretty short leash.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Other than that, like, the draft, like, Vernon Broughton, I watched as much as I could of him. Just screams a guy that I could see playing for a while. Like, I don't know if he'll ever be like a legitimate starter, or a guy that plays a ton of snaps. But it was kind of hard to find. But I had to watch like 4 games to find his stuff. Number 45, Texas, and bro, he's stout, bro. Like, he's stout. Has some sneaky.
Huh? You just described a little bit. I think Broughton is a little more athletic than him for sure, but you just described John Jenkins, bro.
To remind me a little bit of him, man. And he got, just like Jenkins, he got some sneaky pass rush to him, just a little bit. But it's like, I could see it kind of being there if he could hone this. But he's a good athlete, man. Definitely gonna play on first down. So it's one of those picks, eating potatoes that you can just come away liking. Jonah Sinker. Jonas?
Jonas Sinker.
I like him, bro. I like him. Like, that dude, he come downhill, man. I'm interested to see how Brandon Staley wants to implement him. Like, is he going to have him, like, in a 2 deep shell?
Yeah, like, what is his position?
What is his position?
Todd McShay, did I put it in the Discord? I think I put it in this morning. Todd McShay loved him.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I can see it, man. He could tackle it too, bro. Like he
Jonas. Yeah,
come
yeah.
down,
Yeah.
Jonas, Jonas,
Yeah.
man. Man, he come down, he make them tackles, bro. Like when he sees it, it's like, whoa.
Woof.
So yeah,
Uh,
I like him.
our dude Jake said my favorite guy to watch on the field at the combine
Interesting.
had the fastest 10-yard split of all the safeties at the combine as well.
Interesting. And it shows up on film. Danny Stutzman, I don't see it. Sorry. I just don't see it. Like I tried, bro. Like, nah. And look, I've been wrong on linebackers a lot, so I could
I don't
be just completely wrong. So
I don't
the
even
whole
try.
against me. But I'll try looking and I'm just like I'm lost. I don't see it. Quincy Riley, we talked about him on the last podcast. Really like the potential there. Devin Neal, keep getting Kendrick up out of here, bro. Like this dude been
Get him out,
productive
bro.
for year. He been productive year after year after year.
And healthy, bro.
Healthy. Like people gonna talk about his speed. Look, wearing 4.58, that's like Mark Ingram. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna blow you out the water, with long distance speed, but man, he's good. He got like a nice little wiggle to him,
Mm-hmm.
nice little lateral quickness and stuff like that. He's gonna be a good running back addition. Watch the Moliki Matavo,
Oh, tight
Matavian,
end.
the tight end UCLA, big, just huge tight end. Like dude is huge. I don't know, bro. We'll see. I'm not watching Fadil Diggs.
Diggs.
No, I'm not. I tried. I'm not doing it. If he gets something, okay. I don't know. As far as like the UDFA's, the two that stood out to me, what was his name? Last name Hayes. He's a wide receiver for Notre Dame. He was a running back 3 years. Well, he was a running back for 3 years at Notre Dame. Switched to wide receiver. Then he went to Virginia.
Mm.
Um, Interesting guy. Juice runs like a 4.3, 4.4. Kind of got lost in the shuffle. He wasn't a combine invite. But if you watch it, first of all, you rarely see running back switch to wide receiver. It's usually the other way
Rarely.
around. Yeah.
Rarely.
And he's a guy like, even though he's kind of smallish, he's physical. And I just wouldn't be shocked. Just pin that name to like, okay, come training camp, you're gonna be seeing those tweets like, "Oh man, this guy's just catching everything." It wouldn't shock me at all if you hear that and you're like, "Oh man, he moves so blah 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 blah." So that's one guy I like out of the UDFA. Other guy I like what was his name? It wasn't Moochie.
Was it
Yarns.
Yarns, running back?
Yarns. Small school guy, got some juice. There's one of those in every UDFA class. He might not make it a week. He might make it to the team. Who knows? But he got some juice. So if you squint, there is some juice in this class. Just a little drip of juice. Just a little drip of juice. But it's not enough. It's not enough.
Make it enough.
Make it enough. That's exactly what they're saying, bro. Make it enough.
Derek Carr at church. Talking about a shoulder injury. It's legit. Got an MRI for it.
To prove it. I got the MRI to prove it. That's what he said.
Made a dig at Diana Rossini.
Some lady on a
Podcast. Mm-hmm. Gave the reasoning of potentially the reason why he wasn't at the off-season workouts was because his wife had a miscarriage. He had taken her to the ER. Can't wait for this man to be out of my life, bro.
Please, bro. Please. Please. Let's be out of my life, man. Like he does this passive aggressive thing. Like if y'all haven't heard the clip, just go listen to it because it's such a Carr thing. He's like, I got a hurt shoulder, and the team's aware of it. Despite what some lady on the podcast thinks or ESPN thinks. It's just this. He's so fake, bro. Just fake. He's he's the worst type of fake because he tries to come off as this like genuine, like, oh man, I'm just this genuine hometown guy, man. You know, I don't understand all this craziness, man. I'm just, oh my god, just get him out of like, bro. You was literally on the day workouts come out. You on a video with your brother spinning a $500,000 Rolls Royce, spinning that motherfucker.
So that's the logic. That's the part that don't make sense to me. He said the reason why he wasn't in New Orleans because he had to take his wife to the ER because she had a miscarriage. So I'm not here to speculate if that did or didn't happen. But even let's say it did happen. What type of emotional support are you providing doing donuts in a Rolls Royce, nigga? Like, what do you do? Nigga say, here an ice pack, hun. Put it on your stomach. I got shit to do. Like, what are you? Bro.
I don't.
It's the trying to just be the victim every fucking time.
Oh my god! It's like, why even make that connection about your wife? And that's why you couldn't go to Nolo. You know, y'all didn't know about the baby. It's like, why even? Oh, it grosses me out. I know exactly why. It just grosses me out, man.
Dante said, why didn't he do this at a church in New Orleans?
Listen, some old lady would have thrown a shoe at his hand. Even. I can't wait. And here's the thing. Derek Carr, you are the one that put the story about your injury. You. So you can't be mad at the ESPN and some lady on the podcast for, having opinions about it. You put it out there.
Not the Saints, bro.
You. Oh, I can't stand him, Adam. I can't stand him. I'm so ready.
Ready to roll with Rattler and Shuck, baby. Let's fucking go.
Let's go. When I saw that, I was like, let's go, baby. Let's go. I don't care who it is. Just not him.
Not him, bro. Anyone but him. Anyone but fucking him, bro. Oh my god! And here's why Loomis got to go is that he has fucked Loomis over all offseason in every fucking way, every imaginable way, and yet I was told, and and even Loomis said it during the post draft presser that if Derek Carr is healthy, he's the starter.
He's starter. No competition. Like you would think that even he would at least lie and be like, look, it's going to be a open competition. Derek Carr, Tyler Shaw, everybody has to prove it. He can't even say that. It's like Derek Carr's a starter. Unquestioned starter. Derek Carr. Like, what has he done on the field to be an unquestioned starter? Please. Like, am I tripping? There's something wrong with my eyes.
But also, what message, isn't football
Thank you.
taught, should be competition everywhere?
Hello?
Doc,
before you say that, why is Mickey Loomis saying that? Shouldn't your head coach be the decision of who's going to start for your team? Why is Mickey Loomis saying, who's going to start?
It kind of goes back to that whole point where I said that Kellen Moore didn't want Derek Carr to be the quarterback, but okay. But I was just out here just making shit up, bro. I was just out here just lying a lot, bro. Doc 54, did Carr really ask for a dang raise? Yes. Why would I lie about that? Yes.
We wasn't the only one to put that out, though.
Yeah, Outbreer put it out before I did. I just happened to get the exact number of what he asked the raise to be.
Right. Wanted a raise.
He said that 40 ain't enough. I need 10 more.
And look, like I said, that was 100% just a move to another passive aggressive move to take the decision off of him. Like, yeah, hey, look, I wanted to play for you guys, but I just wanted a raise, and you didn't want to give it to me. You know?
It's still fascinating to just see how this shit plays out because the Saints aren't gonna they're not gonna cut him. They're not gonna trade him.
So it's like, what? You gonna end up on IR? That's what I think. I think he just ends up on IR and they give him the pass where you don't have to be with the team. Just be laid up Spinning the Rolls Royce.
Oh,
Got 40
Dot54
million.
said, honestly, didn't hear that from y'all. Just seen it somewhere else. Yes.
Oh,
So, yes,
yep.
the Rays thing, yes. Yes. Just laid up in a Rolls, just a Rolls Royce, just like, feet up, bruh.
Feet up, man.
Okay. I'm gonna end on a. Will they find him during OTAs? Absolutely not. Dante said. He said social media has ruined things for some people because some people's voices don't need to be heard, but he's using social media to review cards. Okay, so I'm going to end on this like semi-depressing note, but just because it's just been my crawl so much. Okay, walk with me here a little bit. Walk with me. If the Saints are like just not good this upcoming season, like if they're like bad, like top 3, top 5 pick bad, and it finally gets Mickey out the paint, like Gail has no choice but to get rid of Mickey, and they have a top 3, top 5 pick in a draft that is just going to be lush, likely with quarterback talent. The Saints' job then becomes a job where head coaches had no enticing where of wanting to go to a place where it becomes super enticing, where you potentially get to pair yourself with the GM where you want to go, and you get to pick your head coach. And you get to pick your GM, and you get to pick your quarterback, excuse me. It just really got me thinking, and the Saints don't operate like this because it's just not how they are built. But because then the pool of the coaches would be huge, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It'll be fascinating, bro. But you know, Gail ain't gonna move like that, bro. I mean, Kellen Moore would have to be really bad first year, bro. Like really bad. Like he would have to show improve. Even like okay, say it's 3 or 4 wins. But like, what do those 3 or 4 wins look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the offense. Like the offense, does the offense even like if the offense regresses from even last year?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, because if Mickey's out and a new GM comes in,
well, that's the thing. That opens the door for everything. Once Mickey's gone, that's just like you blow the whole thing up,
right?
Unless you let Kellen bring in his own guy.
I don't know. Kelly even. I don't think Kelly even know nobody, bro. I was just talking with my friend earlier today. Is like if Jeff Ireland decided to like leave, or if he get whatever, like was told like whoever like the new director of like scouting, college scouting would be, like Kellen wouldn't get to pick that. What does he do? Like what does he do, bro?
Hey, man. Yeah. No Rolodex, bro.
Yeah. But anyhow, hoping this we try to have that a balance of the positivity and realism.
Yeah.
Dante said bite. But preseason this year is going to be fun. It is going to be fun.
Legit.
I'll just random question I'll ask you as we close out. Does Foskey and Kendre Miller make the team?
No and no. Man, my boy I was just talking about, who I said I'm not watching for Hill.
Diggs?
Yeah. For Dill Diggs, getting Foskey out the paint, bro.
Get out the paint, bro.
7th round pick, damn near Mr. Irrelevant. He's getting the real Mr. Irrelevant out of here. Out of here.
Don't make TikToks picking up your white girlfriend, nigga. Got real shit to do.
Oh, can't wait.
All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We're hoping to be back on Thursday with a guest. We don't know who the guest's going to be yet. We'll keep that tucked away until thought they said I'd buy a Diggs jersey.
Be the only one outside of family.
He would show up. He would show up to the meetup game wearing the Diggs jersey, bro. I know he would, bro.
I know Diggs will probably see like Dante with the jersey on, like that motherfucker got my jersey on. Dang, you gonna come over there and sign it, just like thank you, man.
He walked up to the top of the Superdome to sign that thing, bro. Alfred Andrews. I can see a nice run combo with AK, Neal, and Miller.
You already messing up, bro. Like you
had that the first two, bro.
You just
You had that the first two, Alfred.
Like Miller is. There's no way you could just.
He's theoretical, bro. He's a theory.
Completely theory.
He's a theory.
Completely a theory. Like yes, in theory, he has juice. Like Kendrick has juice. I would love for him to actually be on the field and be consistent and work hard and stuff like that. But what has he shown, bro? He has shown to be inconsistent and doesn't work hard, doesn't take football seriously.
Simple as that.
And maybe he change. Maybe he could change, but until I see it,
yeah, same. Anyway, we'll be back on Thursday with the guest. Don't know who the guest is yet, but we'll be back on Thursday regardless, with the guest of some type. Shout out to Justin Cash with the $2 super chat to close out. Saints starting off 0-4 IMO.
Please, man, we need some activity for this podcast. Let's not do that. Like, at least start off hot like last year.
Bro, if they start 0-4, bro, it's gonna be looking at Tankathon already, bro. Just at that point, bro, I'm watching college football we gonna start doing Zooms on college football, bro, Saturdays.
Ooh.
Who we looking at today, guy?
Ooh, that Clemson quarterback.
Looking at Clemson games. Looking at LSU. Nope, not looking at LSU games. But anyway.
Yeah, you watch that shit.
Oh. We got the Louisville version of him this year, bro. Like, they both hate pressure. I don't need it. I'm good. All right. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back on Thursday evening. With that, we are out.
Peace.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets, with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.